sorry, and I'll say this on the other video stream on Witcher. I'm sorry to say this, but the entire time I was speaking, the sound was overriding my voice. That was probably the most terrible thing I'd have done. So, I apologize for that. If anyone was wondering who and what I was talking about or with, in the last video, I was talking to my friend Celeste. I'd moved here a couple of months ago, and it was annoying moving away from all my friends. And she was the only one that's an active YouTuber. Suggest you go watch her channel, Picking Up the Pieces, Space Celeste. Yeah. So I'm sorry for that. Watch her channel, and that was my explanation. So let's get to gameplay. There's a lot of stuff in this game, and talking to my friend kind of took up a bit of my time. Sorry to everyone that was caring. But, yeah. The entire day yesterday, the reason I hadn't posted was because my brother had somehow figured out how to download games for free on the Xbox. Or at least a game, Borderlands, and it is fun as heck. Fun as all get out. So what happened was he downloaded it and we started playing it, and we didn't stop playing it until we were forced to go to sleep. Or at the very least, like stop playing, get tired, and go to sleep. Yeah. Still, it was nice hearing from him. No one understands how much joy that gives me in particular, but yes, that it gives me some comfort. And knowing that he did. Oh, and remote has been having an odd charge support. So that sucks. I did cut the volume down on this, and I'll do the same for the Witcher game. But I kept the volume down and the voices off because few people, including myself, understand Japanese. Well, not really including myself. I understand a couple of phrases, but that's about it. Still. The videos are almost automatically cut off around an hour, so I have to start cutting those a little earlier. And I was having all sorts of problems getting this thing to go in right, because like the video on this one's gonna be a little worse compared to the rest because I had to cut the quality down, and I couldn't add a comment onto it, which I'll have to do sometime in the near future on my computer. But you know, I'm sorry to say, if anyone's actually watching for like a playthrough, I'm sorry to say, but I've played this game for so long, I'm OP'd to a level 100, and technically you start off 100, but I'm like 700. Wow, this is insane. I don't even have to use the swords, I have magic that I could use if I wanted. Still. Yeah. So I'm gonna post 2 videos today to make up for yesterday, and I'll post another video for Witcher. I'm a little farther into that than I am this game, but hey, whatever. It's a game. Oh, maybe didn't I? Oh. Okay, so they were in the way of the actual main quest, so let's continue. Oh god. These people. There is one problem with this game. You can make your own character. You can. Like, you can be a gnome, you can be all the races, whichever you choose. But, there's no real way of changing your gender, your hairstyle. They don't have main character customizations. Whatever you get is what you get. I know the cat Sith, or however it's pronounced, are only females that you can get right now, and I don't know if you can change that at some point, but they need some updates on the game. This one that I'm playing, this game that I'm playing right now, this account, to say, is only for the story. Like, you guys can just read this. I don't know how fast you are to reading, but I'm fairly fast. I'm gonna let you guys read some of this. And at some point I may, but right now I'm not. I may begin reading the lines, but not right now. I was just sick a couple of days ago, and my throat doesn't feel too good. For the most, it's better for the most part, but it's. And if you guys just wanted to know the story or understand some things, there are some things I will cover. There are a couple of things that are hard to find and get, like a character named Lux. She and, well, I suppose she's not too hard. Understand that if if I just start speaking randomly, like, oh wait, is it over there? No, it's there. Oh wait, no. Oh, now I remember, it's there. If I start speaking like that, that means that I'm just trying to think out loud, and that's how my brain works. I have to speak it so it makes more sense. But still. There are a lot of races, and a lot of them aren't covered. I don't think they went over all of them inside of the anime series. And I love this series. This series was a fun and splendid game. The series and this. If I had the money, I'd have bought a PSP and started playing Hollow Fragment, and if possible, figured out how to record that and posted it, but I don't have the money for it, or any other games like Hollow Fragment. I'd have loved to play that. But right now, it's fun. The original swords that came with Kirito are the Elucidary and the Dark Repulsor. That's one of the most iconic weapons in anime is. Like, nowadays anime. Not the, Guts and his dragon slaying sword. And I'd been playing a game that I didn't know had any relation to that series. I've forgotten the name to the series that Guts was in, but that series I'd completely forgotten about. So, in the series, there's, like Prince or a king, I can't remember which. He went crazy, and he was like famous for a certain kind of armor and weapon and all that happy crap. But I was playing a game called Dragon's Dogma, and apparently it was the exact same thing. I found that Prince's armor set, and if possible, I think his weapon. Also, you can get the dragon slaying sword that Guts used, but you can get several other better swords. Fun game, Dragon's Dogma. I suggest anyone that likes this kind of game, where it's just like, you go out, you find stuff, you beat it, like this Sword Art Online game, you kill stuff, you get items, you get money, that kind of thing. And the experience on this game is different because it doesn't tell you, okay, wow, you leveled up, or okay, you got 4,000 experience. So, yeah, this was a rushed game again. The game itself was rushed. Really very rushed. But they did a pretty good job. A lot of the enemies are repetitive, but they have a lot of, there's Sumeragi in the back looking like a badass. We eventually, at some point, will have a one-on-one between Kirito and Sumeragi. So, like, no matter what, you can't have your own character versus Sumeragi. So I suggest you keep Kirito on your team, or at least keep him at an equal level with the enemies in the area. Because you don't need him at level 120 fighting Sumeragi at level 600. I think that was his level. Yeah. But, when I speak about a topic, anything that comes to my mind, I'm sorry, I stutter a lot, I'm sorry about that. But, I'll stutter a lot, and I'm sorry about that, I'm saying it again, but, I completely forgot what I was about to say, but, right, my mind, the way it works, I speak out loud, and whatever comes to my mind, the first thing that comes to mind when I say something like Shamrock, I'll either think the milkshake, or I will think the team in this game. Man, I could go for Shamrock. But, yeah. I mean, at some point, the enemies won't be insta-killed, which will be a fun time for me, because I actually get to fight a little bit. But right now, it's just... I think it'd be fun if there were, like, separate storylines, like in this part. He's like, hey, you guys found these ruins too? I found a key. Let's see if I can open it. But I wish it had a separating storyline. Like, you can go and explore with Klein instead of just a story with Kirito. And you can't get to your own personal character until a couple of games, but a couple of areas. Like, you have to complete, I think, like 2 chapters or so before you can actually get your own character. Now, that's alright. I mean, a lot of things can be fixed. And they can fix this game. Like, they can put a bunch of crap in it, they can do all this, if they start making some updates. But they haven't so far. So, that's a problem. But, still. All these characters spawn because I mean, your level in this game really does determine whether you are OP, normal leveled, or just something normal. I wish I hadn't done this before now, but I hadn't had internet for months before this. So I have to say that I'm sorry. I'd have done this when I had started the game. Like, you start off level 100, everything's level 100, and everything, you just add on the levels, technically. Or subtract them, whichever you want to think. But, what happens is, they get stronger, and the bosses get harder. And there was an episode, it was the episode in the first season, first game. I'm not talking about the fairy dance game, I'm talking about the Sword Art Online game. When he was exploring with Celica, she, when they went to go get the flower for her pet, in the fight between all the goons from Rosalia, I think that was her name, yeah, whatever, but in the fight between all the goons, there's a guy on the far right in the fight. I don't know if this is explained in the manga, but it's not in the series, and I was so confused and angry. In the series, he was carrying 2, like, dual wielding is supposed to be only for Kirito, but inside of the game, when you're exploring with Celica here, the guy that was carrying it had 2 hand axes, so he was technically dual wielding, and Kirito hadn't shown any sign of dual wielding before that point, but he did after that. So that means that I think you kicked his butt or something, because that's the only explanation I can find for that. This video may get cut short, I don't know. I hope not. it may get cut short because I have to go do some yard work today. But still, my friend Celeste from yesterday, she does a YouTube channel more on a life kind of thing. Like, okay, so this happened today, and back to she recently posted a video, and like her day kind of video, what she does in her day, or what she has to go through for her day, whatever. But yeah, it's great to know that I can keep in touch with my friend. I got her kick, I got my friend's kick, I got Kristen, and I know a lot of these names are just random bullcrap to you guys, but to me, it's good. Wait a minute, where am I? I hate that sometimes if I'll accidentally click that and it'll turn completely wrong. And the free flight thing on this is cool because yes, there's a height reach that you can only go to. And of course there's gonna be stuff above that you have to reach, but yeah. This channel is basically just gonna be me playing games I've already beaten, and yeah. I think this would have been also more interesting if instead of just a 2D drawn character mouthing words, I think it'd been better if it were a 3D character mouthing words. But of course, it'd been Japanese still. I'm going to do something when I have about maybe I don't care if I have 10, but I have to have more than I have to have about 10 or more, and I'll do something like you guys recommend like an anime or something for me to watch, read, listen to, and I'll give my opinion. And I'm also going to be doing like in conjoint or in joint with my gaming videos. I'm going to be reading the comments as I do this. And the comments section I'm going to have is I'll do it. Well, I don't want to use my Facebook. Oh right, I have to have only him and me in the party. Klein. Let's see, what was his stats? Let's see, his stats. Okay, oh god. He is really low level for having a rank 10 blade. Ruled by a god who ruled over the kingdom to the east, casting aside all evil and hardship that will lead Norman to victory. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good weapon. I don't think I have anything to give him. I'll just give him that because I have it. Most of the male characters have just that. Just a normal outfit. The male characters do, like Adril and everything, they only have that. But people like Asuna, all the females, sorry if that sounded sexist, all the females in the game have, what was it? Right. I can name a couple as it is. There's the school uniform, there's the bath towel, there's the bathing suit, It's really a fan service thing. But hey, apparently people like that. Me, on the other hand, no. I'm tired of that kind of thing. I mean, it's just animes get sloppy because they just do that and that alone. It's not this area, but some area way up ahead from now. There's an area where you can have an event or a quest you get with Klein, and he gets this really weird chest, and it's like a dark chest he could pick up and put in his inventory, which you're not supposed to be able to do for any game whatsoever. But he finds it, and there's something in it. I'll leave that to reveal later, but I've laughed at it twice now. This is like my 2.5 playthrough now. But apparently, when you're playing this game, the people that are in your party are the only people fighting, but they're like the only people they're the only people to fight, but they're not the only people there. Like Klein here, he may be the only one in my party, but he's the only one fighting. And another one, like all the characters are in there, like Silica, Sino, everyone's there. And it's just Klein fighting. So that's why everyone like Silica and Sino just spoke and all that happened. And I also have one problem with this game. The chests are way too easy to access. Well, I don't mean way too easy, but they're way too numerous. There's too many of them. I understand that, okay, well, you get useful stuff from them and all that, but, I mean, this is an empty room with a chest that holds something you need to progress. I find that annoying, because, like, an empty room, there's nothing to even try to fight you. They haven't spawned anything. But, I think they could put a lot of updating into the game, but they've already announced and already began. Oh, sorry about that. I had to click the wrong button just now. Not used to this. See, what I mean is, you can already see the entire map. You can see where most of the switches and all that stuff is. So when it comes to it, there's no real big real, oh, this is where it was. Oh, this is where all that was. It's just them like, oh, hey, look, it worked. But you can also tell exactly where the boss fight's going to take place already. And I can understand, okay, you got that. But this is an MMA. You guys need to put some kind of challenge into it. Now are we supposed to be able to consider this even a challenge? This area, the desert, the ice, and then there's that's supposed to be a challenge. Yeah. See, hello, whoever that is. That's on here. I'm assuming this is like either Jeremiah or Celeste. Hello, whichever one of you it is, and if it's someone else, I was wondering who it might have been, but yeah. Thank you for watching. I've been mumbling to myself for like 20 minutes. whichever way you're watching this, by the PlayStation or or by YouTube even, post a comment and it'll appear on the right side of my screen, and I would love that. You guys say hello. Let's go to the shop and identify some of the crap that I got. I just enjoy being able to play games and just tell people about it, whether they care or not. Oh god, I didn't want a mission. I suggest whoever sees these videos, go and watch the Sword Art Online Abridged series, and understand that whatever Agile sells you, or Tiffany, as it is in that series, you have to watch all the episodes and understand some of the stuff. Anything that he sells you is crap, so don't accept anything from... Man, sorry, that sounds racist, but... I think they say that in the series, actually. Oh god, this is it. It's definitely rare. I was like, this is a dark chest. You're not supposed to be able to pick this up at all. Happened to fit in my inventory. How do you just go around checking if it'll fit in your inventory? I mean, that makes little to no sense. Anyways. So, I mean, if you had the skill to look what's inside the chest without having to open it, it'd be pretty good. That would kind of break game rules, still. I wish there was like a skill plot, like in Borderlands, like I was playing a little while ago. You can put it into a certain category of yourself, like in the hunter, I think it was like the rogue, the sniper, and all that, and you can set them that way and use them. But yeah, this quest ends in a very odd display. I really don't know how to explain that without showing you. Actually, I'll make that an episode, just doing that only. I just love how it's a lightsaber. Oh, I also love how this Excalibur looks so detailed, and then when you go to fight with it, it's just a couple of pieces of color. Also, I have the Dark Repulsor if I wanted it, but right now it's kind of useless to me unless I can upgrade it, which I cannot. These are both useless to me. Glaring Light and Lambent Light would be awesome if I could find Lambent Light. Actually, it's 2. Ooh, that's a 9. What? So when I... Oh, that's change order. hell? What's going on? No one's doing anything. I got the soul remover, which is literally a scythe, but I have found 2 of Thor's hammers with different equipping ranges. I can't really edit videos all that much. I got 30 minutes. I'll do this. Just because this was hilarious to me when it first happened. I was like, okay, some serious dungeon delving. So he came in, he only defeated a couple of people, and he said he searched the entire area and he couldn't find something. What kind of bullcrap is that? Pop. Bullcrap. So, I'm just gonna continue through, just finish this area. I think, yeah, the boss room was way back here. Just gonna get through all this real quick. After beating the boss, it drops it, and I'd rather have wyverns or several wyverns for an enemy because they are more challenging. They're still, but they're still more challenging. I love how I can't set it off like it was. Tiny wyverns. I'm back.
I'm going to the grocery store. No, you're not going. I'm going to get something.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get off the video, or I'm going to have to postpone this, or I'm gonna hurry up and finish this area so I can get to the chore that I was assigned. It's all serious. They have like this really deep look on their face. Okay, if it's opening, I bet you can't guess what that is, or what it means. It's a book. Kirito, this is explained. He has this stupid look on his face like, what are you guys smiling and junk about? Adriel always has that stoic look on his face like, whatever. But, I'm gonna have to cut it short after I finish this, because, my mom was going to the store to get food, and she had told me to get the litter boxes done, and I don't want to do them, and I don't see my brothers doing anything. Klein's real fertile in this game. I don't know if he's like that. I can't remember if he's like that or not in the series. He doesn't seem like that. He seems like the guy that'll just go head over heels for any girl, but this is a little girlish. Age filter on Myers. Because Kirito can't see it. he's technically 17 because all of this information takes place over so much time. So right now he's still 17. Asuna is 18. So she could read it if she wanted to. But right now there's an age limit for minors below 18. So Klein just gave it to Kirito and says, I'm sure you can figure out how to hack the filter to watch this. Passion, determination, will of iron. And he's saying, that's the spirit. So Kirito's keeping it. I'm like, alright, whatever. Just don't tell Asuna. More customers. But you can't guess who it is. Yeah. There you are. I love how it started playing boss music when Asuna walked in. Hey, Asuna. Not of all the times it could have shown up. What are y'all up to? Nothing at all. He's freaking out, like, you're trying to get her to look behind. Put your hand behind your back. What do you mean? I'm curious. Curious. What are you hiding? Nothing, really. So she could read this if she wanted to, and she's like, oh, he's probably, like, hiding a gift from me behind his back. He's acting all nervous because I'm in the room. And then she can read it. So, and 3. Yep, whole bunch. Klein is not making the situation better. He's like, yep, it's a whole bunch of pictures of ladies. Now you done it. If I'd have been like Klein, or I'd have been out of there immediately, because I could see Asuna getting so pissed, just going to kill everyone. Asuna. Yumi's just sitting there, like, what the hell's going on? I didn't do nothing, I swear. She just says, like, what is it, Mom? I can go through the system's information bank, but I'm not gonna look up what you're hiding. And why you look so scary right now? This is one of the pictures on the gallery, and I just can't stand it because she's like, Can Yui, like, break it? I mean, she's not of technical age. No age technicality, so she could raise her age to read it, so, ugh. I can't stand this at all. Why don't we talk about this environment? You don't mind, do you, Kirito? Nope, of course not. Damn it, Klein. I feel like Klein was trying to make it worse on purpose. But, okay, so, thank you all for watching, and I will tell everyone I will post a new video on Witcher very soon, like in a couple of minutes even. But thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.